Alright, what's up y'all? This is now new and improved Joe Animates. I'm probably going to keep this name, but I don't know yet. I was thinking about something else, but we're gonna keep it like this right now. So, I specifically made this video for the fact that I started high school, the animated series. I started the animated series High School about 5 years ago. The few things that I can bring about how I started was the willpower was definitely not there. Like, I did move to actual animation software at that point. I moved into Macromedia Flash 8, so I decided to test the limits by putting out a series with the new and improved software that I use. But again, that was my first time using it. I know that a lot of people who also voted on reviving the series probably haven't seen it, but I would post clips every now and then on my stories, so I guess it would seem intriguing to them and they probably want to know how did the show start up until the point where I'm about to continue. Well, I'm here to do a pretty quick and fun recap of everything, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the acting and the animating, it's really cringy. So like, I don't even like looking back on it. There's certain clips where I don't mind looking back on, but like for the most part, I wonder what was going on with me. Yeah. I'm going to now recap it from the present to give you a better idea of everything. You are still free to look at all the clips if you want to, but this is for people who don't have the time to look at all of them and understand all the bits and pieces, because there's a lot of things in what I created so far that will be important for the rest of the series, as well as the next project that I want to get started on. And yeah, that's enough talking. I don't want to make this too long, so let's get started. Alright, episode 1, here we go. So this basically starts off as the main protagonist, Joseph, crazy right, gets out of school for his first day. This is his first day, but keep in mind that it's his first day of going to school as a senior. He basically moved. He's getting on the bus, going up to the school. That's basically it for number 1. It's just a quick and clean introduction. And yeah, episode 2, the shtick. There was an inside joke for the name, but it's too much to explain right now. It basically starts off with Joseph finally walking into the school and getting his schedule, realizing that the halls actually have letters and numbers combined, which he wasn't used to in his old school. He then meets the other protagonist, Romeo, in order to see if he can get any help on finding out where his room is at. Later on to find out that Romeo is also in the same classroom as him. So he introduces him to another protagonist of the group, Anthony. There's a little bit of chit chat here and there, and then they get abruptly introduced by the teacher. And then that's when I went on my little hiatus. Kind of forgot about the series, but then out of nowhere I got the ambition to get back into it and started at episode 3, which kind of goes over the same stuff that happened in episode 2, but in more high def visuals. This is when we're introduced to the final protagonist out of the group, Steinbach. The way we came up with that name, I can't even tell you. It is then followed through by a roll call of everyone in the class.
Joseph, Amaya, Anthony, Taufik.
One thing that kind of sets the gang off a little bit is how the teacher is more aggressive than how more stereotypical teachers would be, without even trying to have no form of everyone introducing themselves and their interests to try to form any form of friendships or anything like that. Steinbach is more of just getting into the business and then going home. So, can we do that?
No, like I was saying, turn to page 53 and start on activity 1.
Going into episode 4, What's Behind the Door, is an episode that is more elongated compared to the other ones. All the other episodes are about 1 to 3 minutes. Episode 4 is about 5 because this actually takes us a step into learning more about the characters' personalities and what's really going on with the school. It starts off with Joseph realizing that the closet that's in Steinbach's room is torn up and rusted up. Compared to all the other closet doors that the other teachers have, it brings up some form of suspicion with him. Joseph then brings up the fact of the door being rusted up, and Steinbach tries to push the question away, saying that it's not important.
It's just a door. I keep my personal things in there. It's not even important.
He then pursues more to try to open the door to see what's up, but then immediately gets denied.
Yeah!
After that, there's a abrupted call and Steinbach leaves his desk. That basically leaves the opening for Anthony, Joseph, and Romeo to see what's going on while he's distracted. Opening the door, they are then revealed by the fact that the closet is way bigger than you think it would be. He was hiding a laboratory. The gang is now questioning what kind of conspiracies and scheming that Steinbeck is doing behind closed doors, and if what he's doing is evil or not and should be brought up to anybody else. Steinbeck realizes that the door is open and immediately rushes to make sure that none of the secrets inside the closet are coming out. The gang then reaches the end of the closet, are now faced with a curtain-covered contraption, basically wondering what this is. But right before revealing the curtain, Steinbeck makes it in time.
Do not remove that blanket.
Now we're in a situation where Steinbeck has to explain himself, or the gang is going to reveal what's going on, because of course they're confused. He immediately states that no evil doing is happening in this closet, but the secrets of this room could get him arrested. It then follows up with the background of why he has this stuff in his room. He talks about how it started off that his mom had died from a terrible disease, and that his father wasn't too far away from ending up the same way as she was. And then he states that he had the most brilliant idea, but then gets cut off by the school bell, which basically means that they had to leave. In this case, he knew that he didn't have enough time to explain the whole story to him, but in order to keep the respect mutual between them, he stated that if they need anything at all, that he would be there at his disposal. The gang then discussed if they should still be able to keep this secret or not. Joseph then concludes the conversation, basically stating he did say that if we need anything from him, he would be there at his disposal. And seeing everything that he had in his lab, it would be more of a return than normal people would think. In the high school Christmas special, we are here faced with two dilemmas. The first one starting off with the fact that Romeo still believes that Santa Claus is real. Sorry. Now Anthony and Joseph are now faced with a problem of how are we going to tell Romeo without breaking his heart, or basically letting him down too hard.
What are you doing? You know he isn't real.
Yeah, I know. The second dilemma being that Steinbeck has been more grumpier than usual, and this kind of leads off to a foreshadowing that Steinbeck wasn't always like this. But around the Christmas times, it just got worse. While school ended and he was grading papers, he was then met with the of course, Christmas Carol stereotype, but there was a little bit of a twist to it. Starting off, he met Clark, which was his childhood friend. He's not dead, but it's obvious enough to state that Steinbeck was dreaming in this setting. Clark basically talks to him, stating that he is drifting away from the right path that he had pursued when he was younger.
You haven't been acting like yourself lately, and you're drifting away from that right path. So, advanced measures are in order.
Going back to the gang, Romeo has now disappeared while they were walking past the lockers, and in this setting they basically put two and two together that Romeo is going to the mall to see Santa.
If I wanted to look for a non-existent Santa, where would I go?
The mall! He sees the mall Santa, Romeo goes crazy, of course security jumps on him, then is led with the gang walking home. From here, Romeo realizes that it was foolish for him to basically hold on to this thought of Santa still being real at the age that he was, and also was thankful for the fact that Joseph and Anthony were protecting his feelings, but also trying to find a way to tell him the truth. In this scene, this basically strengthens the bond of all three, because they were faced with a conflict between each other for the first time. And that's basically it so far. I made 2 more videos after that, but these are not canon, but I wanted to do some holiday and Halloween videos with the original gang, just to give it a different approach. They don't speak throughout this is more of like a music sync video type stuff. But yeah, that's around the end of it. Now I'm about to continue off of what I have so far. I already have the audio clips for the next 2 episodes that are about to come out, so they are in progress right now. But yeah, that's basically the recap of everything. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this recap as much as I enjoyed talking about it. Brought back a lot of memories and also made me realize that I did a lot of animating back when I was younger. Very ambitious kid. But high school is now back in development, so please stay tuned for the next episodes coming up, and I will talk to y'all later in the next video.